Hello everyone, my name is Jin, number matrix BP2111037. So I will be presenting the introduction part of our presentation. Sampling is an important methodological approach that allows researchers to derive a meaningful insight from large population without examining every individual or item. It serves as a valuable tool for understanding complex systems, making informed decisions, and generating reliable prediction across diverse fields, including scientific research, social study, and quality control. By selecting a representative subset of the population, sampling ensures that the accurate reflection of its characteristics while saving time, resource, and effort.
Apakah yang dimaksudkan dengan sampling technique? The sampling technique refers to selecting a subset of individuals from a larger population to participate in a study. Jadi secara spesifiknya, the sampling technique ni dia proses kepada studying the population by gathering information and analysing the data. This can refer to how the data combine dalam satu research. Contohnya, sampling ini telah digunakan apabila ingin collect data dalam jumlah yang besar. Misalnya, target partisipan yang kita dalam kalangan populasi Sabah. Kalau kita nak dapat data dengan jumlah masa yang singkat, pastinya kita menggunakan sampling. Jadi sampling ini membenarkan large scale research to be carried out with a more realistic cost and time frame because it use a smaller number of individuals in the population with representative characteristic to stand in for the whole. Sampling technique can be divided into two types, which are probability sampling and non-probability sampling. Probability sampling, also known as random sampling, is a kind of sample selection where the randomization is used instead of deliberate choice. Each member of the population has a zero chance of being selected, while non-probability sampling is often associated with case study research, design, and qualitative research.
My name is Chang with the matrix number BP2111039. So I will explain about the purposive sampling. The purposive sampling represents a group of different non-probability sampling techniques. It's also known as selective or subjective samplings. So purposive sampling depends on the researcher's judgment to choose the research participants based on the topic that's selected. The research participant is quite small compared with probability sampling techniques. Since there are few of decisions that will be considered as the research participants for the research topics such as the specialized knowledge of the research issue and the willingness to participate in the research since there are the specific topics that is selected by the researcher. The main goal of the purposive sampling is to focus on the particular characteristic of a population that are of interest based on the topic that's selected, which will best enable the research participants to answer the research question.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is AMNI IZZATI binti AZMI, matrix number BP211600615. So today I'm gonna explain about the detail of our purposive sampling. So our type of purposive sampling is homogeneous sampling. So homogeneous sampling is participants are deliberately selected based on specific shared characteristic or trait that are of interest to the study. So this technique aims to focus on a particular subgroup of the population that is relatively similar in terms of key variables, ensuring that the group being studied is homogeneous. Using homogeneous sampling, so our group select trainee counselor in UMS, interviewing them about their experience in applying CBT, cognitive behavior therapy, in multicultural practice. So according to Nimbili 2024, they indicate that homogeneous sampling reduced variation simplifies analysis, and facilitate group interviewing. So the purpose is to discuss some particular subgroup in detail and have an in-depth analysis of the same. Shaheen 2019. So that is all from me. I'll pass to the next presenter.
Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and selamat sejahtera. My name is ALIF bin Muhammad YUSOF, with metric number BP21110417. Okay, so today I will be explaining on why do we choose purposive sampling as our sampling method. Okay, so as we all are well informed, the title of our qualitative research study is Experience of Trainee Counselors Applying Cognitive Behavioral Therapy, CBT, in Multicultural Practice at University Malaysia Sabah. So why does purposive sampling is the most efficient sampling method for this? Okay, let's go into the first reason why. First, we have the targeted participant selection. So by choosing purposive sampling, we can ensure that only trainee counselors with direct experience of applying CBT in multicultural setting are included. So this aligns participants that we search for with the research objective. Second, rich and relevant data. So, by focusing on individuals with specific expertise and experience, this sampling method can guarantee in-depth and insightful data that is essential for understanding nuance challenge in multicultural CBT practice. Okay, so the third one is alignment with research question. So the research question studies about things like, okay, what are the experience of counselors in applying CBT in multicultural practice? What are the challenges faced? Okay, so this method allow researchers, us in this case, to deliberately select participants who characteristic that are chosen. For example, their training background. For example, it's we are taking trainee counselors in these studies and choice of theory, which is CBT. We can take all these criteria and characteristic directly to address the research question. Okay, moving on to the next one, adaptation to qualitative methodology. Okay, so a qualitative research, as we know it, requires participants who can provide detailed and context-specific insights, which purposive sampling supports by selecting those who meet the predefined criteria. So by choosing people with a predefined criteria, of course, we can extract more insightful data, more useful data from them. Okay, so the next one is efficient use of resources. Okay, so by focusing on a specific group, we can reduce the likelihood of irrelevant data, and this will ensure the efficiency, such as we can use our time wisely, there's no time wasting, and resources during data collection. Okay, so the last one is exploration of contextual challenge. Okay, purposive sampling allows researchers to include a diverse cultural perspective and varying levels of experience, and this will help us to better understand how CBT is adapted in a multicultural academic setting. So that is all from me. Thank you for listening.
In conclusion, as we discussed in the previous presentation slide, the purposive sampling is a strategic and effective approach to our research sampling, particularly when studying a specific and well-defined population. By intentionally selecting the participants based on our predefined criteria, the researchers can obtain a detailed and nuanced insight that may not be achievable through random sampling methods. So that's all from our group. Thank you.